welcome back to my channel. Today I'm taking on the challenge of making a Cinderella's carriage dessert table again. Some of you guys may not know this, but I tried making this carriage a few months ago and it was a total fail. Check it out.
Watch it, babe.
Yep, that really happened. I'm laughing now, but it wasn't funny then, as I said before. I actually posted this on my social media when it happened, and some of you guys were like, oh my gosh. Yeah, I was hurt. But that actually happened because I bought the wrong pipes trying to be cheap. It's kind of like that old saying in Spanish, el perezoso trabaja doble, which means lazy people work twice as hard. Well, I wasn't being lazy, I was being cheap, so maybe there's a saying for cheap people, maybe something like cheap people pay twice as much. I'm sure there's one out there. If you know it, make sure to comment below. All right guys, if you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe if you want to see more home, holiday, event, and DIY decor. All right, let's get started. Here we go. I'm going to start this project by painting anything that requires painting so it can dry while I make the rest of the cart. Here I have 4 square dowels, and these are going to serve as legs for the cart, and they are 1 3/4 by 36 inches, which is 3 feet, okay? And I'm going to be painting them in white, and this is a semi-gloss finish. I'm also going to be painting these 2 smaller square dowels. These are 3/4 by 36 inches, and they're actually going to serve as support for the top of the cart. It will make sense a little later. And I'm also going to be cutting it down a little bit more, but I will get to that later. For now, I'm going to go ahead and just paint them. Also painted 30-inch wagon wheels with the same gloss white, and I will have the information to this wheel in the description box below. For my front and back panels, I am going to use a white panel board, which was originally 1/4 inch by 8 feet, but it is now cut in half, so it is now 4 feet. All right guys, so here is the back of the panel, and I usually use my PEX tube to draw my circles, but someone suggested I use the string and pencil and pen method. So I'm going to do it. I've seen it many times, but I have never done it. So this is going to be my first time. So let's see how it goes. All right, so definitely a much cleaner circle. Not bad at all. Now I'm going to start putting the cart together, and I'm going to start from the bottom to the top. I don't think there's another way to start. And I'm going to start by drilling holes in the middle of my 4 legs. And I'm going to use a drill bit that is smaller than my screw, okay? These are going to be, the screws that I'm going to use are 3-inch flathead wood screws. All right, and the bit is a bit smaller. I think the size is on here. Let's see. So yeah, this is a 1/8 drill bit. Make sure not to drill the hole too deep. You want the screw to have something to grip from. Next, I'm going to attach the back and front panels to the legs, and I'm going to screw them together with 1/2 inch flathead wood screws. For the tabletop of the cart, I like to use white melamine wood, also known as shelving wood. And I like to use it because it already comes painted, which is one less thing for me to do. And number 2, because it's laminated, which means that it is easy to wipe off in case you spilled anything. So perfect for this project. And this already comes cut in a 4 by 2, 4 feet by 2 feet. All right, let's move on to the next step. Now I'm going to mark the spots where I'm going to be drilling the holes on the tabletop. And as you can see, I have a couple of quarters sitting on top, and that's because I need to drill in the shape of the pipe. Okay, this is a PEX tube. It is 1/4 inch by 10 feet. Okay, and quarter. Okay, so I'm going to be drilling a 1/4 hole on both sides, actually on all 4 corners. Okay, the other holes are going to be the holes that I'm going to drill for the legs, and that's going to go directly behind the 1/4 size holes. Okay, and as far as spacing, let me run that by you. The tabletop is 48 inches and the panels with the legs are 42 inches. All 4 sides are going to be 3 inches in, and you are going to center 1/4 size right in the middle. And as far as the spacing from the edge to the 1/4 size hole is 1/2 inch. And the space from the 1/4 to the hole for the legs is 1 inch. I'm going to drill my 1/4 size hole with a 1/4 size spade bit. Alright guys, so I ended up stretching this hole a bit. I used the same 3/4 bit to open it up a little. My kit doesn't have a 7/8 bit. It goes from 3/4 to 1. So 1 is way too big and I need the pipe to be snug. So if you can find a bit that's 7/8, it will be perfect. But since I don't have it, I kind of stretched it out a little bit. I'm gonna have to touch this up with paint later, but make sure it's a 7/8, okay? Perfect. Alright guys, so I placed the frontal panel off camera because I wanted to make sure that it was really solid and secure. So here's what I did. I'm also going to do one on camera, but I just wanted to show you first. I used a 3-inch wood screw for the legs, and then I secured it with 2 braces, corner braces or brackets, however you want to call them, or L brackets, they're also called. And I used a 1/2 inch screw for the tabletop side, and for the leg side I use a 1-inch screw. Alright, so everything is propped up the way it should work for me to get this together. This project will definitely be easier with 2 people. As much as I complain about my husband when he tries to tell me what to do on my videos, I could have really used them today. And there we have the lower part of the carriage. Now I'm going to add the PEX tubes. Make sure to bend them to make them as round as possible. Now I'm going to place the panels that are going to go on the left and right of the tabletop. This is also going to serve as support for the upper part of the cart. This was once 8 feet, and I'm going to be cutting it to size the sides of the cart. This piece of wood is a prime MDF board, and it was very affordable, only $5.68, and it came in a 1/4 inch by 8 feet, and I'm going to be cutting it right now. So I went ahead and spare you from watching me cut the 2 pieces from these sides, and what I did basically was just measure with my measuring tape the inner areas here and right here, and I cut them. So now I'm going to screw them to the pipes. Also use the same board as side panels for the lower part of the cart. Now I am going to measure in between PEX pipes so I can cut my smaller square dowels so I can secure the top. Alright, since I'm thinking I'm not going to add a back panel, I cut 2 pieces of PEX pipes, and I'm going to actually bring it down from where the sticks are, the dowels, down here. So it can look more like a pumpkin, like a carriage. Right now it looks like a buggy, but I want it to be more rounded. So I'm gonna go ahead and drill 2 more holes right here at the back of the tabletop so I can place my PEX pipes. Now that my hole is drilled, I am going to place it right in there, but it is still too long, so I'm going to cut it with my PVC cutters, and I'm going to then screw it to the top. All right, now it looks like a carriage. That one needs a little more bending, but I'll take care of that later. I'm going to be adding this edging band that I'm going to iron on, but I'm going to be doing this off camera because it's going to take a little time, and this is going to be the longest video ever if I do this on camera. And all the instructions are there. I'm also going to attach a video of me doing this on another video, and you can follow the instructions there. It's very easy. Next, I'm going to add my 30-inch wagon wheels. Unfortunately, the other 2 has not made it here. I'm hoping that it will get here before the final reveal. And what's going to hold it together is my L bracket, or my corner brace, however you want to call it, and 1-inch screws. All right, guys, there it is. It is massive and beautiful. I am glad I decided to add the other 2 pipes, which I fixed, by the way, if you haven't noticed. I'm also going to have to touch up on the writing that's on the tubes. So I'm either going to find something where I can erase it, or I'm just going to touch it up with the same white paint that I've been using for everything else. All right, guys, if you like this video, give me a big thumbs up, and make sure to comment. Let me know if you like the pipes in the middle, or if you would like it with a panel in the back. And make sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and share. Sharing is caring. If you know of a friend or a family member that would love to have a Cinderella's carriage at their next birthday party, make sure to share with them at the end of this video. Okay, guys, until next time.